Okay, we're back here with head women's volleyball coach Korey Schroeder. Coach, just the one match this week. It was a tough one at San Diego. Obviously, a very good team. Really played really well those first couple sets, and what ended up being a 5-set loss. But just what did you see that you really liked, especially in those first two sets from the team, and then maybe what adjustments did San Diego make?
I think we played aggressive, and we took it to them, and we very well could have sat back after they swept us at our place last week. And it was honestly it was tough travel getting down there. That didn't go our way. So for us to stay together and come out and be aggressive, and I think there was a true belief that we could win that match, which was really awesome to see. And I think we did a great job playing together. And had an opportunity in the third set to finish that off and make it a sweep, and unfortunately didn't. Yeah, from there was tough. So early on, our middles were crushing it. Their block adjusted, and they pinched in and shut down our middles a little bit more, or at least forced them to work a little bit harder for their kills. And made us go to the pins a little bit more, and that changed the dynamic a good amount. And credit to them, their passing got better. We put a ton of service pressure on them in the first couple of sets, and we're able to get some free points that way. And they cleaned up their serve receive. They were able to put some pressure on us the second half of that match, and that was a big difference down the stretch.
So definitely a close loss on Saturday. What was the message to the team after that loss?
Yeah, still really proud of them that we came out and competed, because we could have not done that. And I thought for the most part we stayed engaged throughout the entire match. Didn't finish it as strong as I would have liked to, but still really proud of us for coming out and competing. And I think remembering the things that we did well, like we extended rallies against them. They're really good in transition, and we were able to find ways to extend rallies, and we won some of those rallies, which we hadn't been doing earlier in the year. So reminding ourselves, we still did really good things, and sometimes you get so caught up in did we win or lose that you forget about the things that you did well. And in every win, there's things that you need to do better. In every loss, there's still things that you did well. So we did good things, and then just us learning, like, hey, there's that opportunity to finish a team off. You gotta go finish it. And if you don't, then we got to rebound. We still got 2 more sets. And so, yeah, remembering the things that we did well, and learning how to finish teams off when you have that chance.
And of course, looking forward to Pacific, they are second in WCC for service aces. They're averaging 1.88 aces per set. How do you plan on slowing them down at the service line?
Yeah, I think we're practicing this week. For the most part, we're a good passing team, and so we're definitely this week putting a little bit more service pressure on our passers. And I think the message a lot is, hey, you got a chance to make a perfect pass, go for it. If it's a really tough serve, let's keep it alive. We can give ourselves an opportunity to play. So yeah, we're aware that Pacific's heck of a serving team. They're going to put a ton of pressure on us. They did last year too, and that's a big part of their game.
And then, of course, in the same vein, looking past that to Oregon State, they are second in WCC for hitting percentage. What are you kind of working on with the team to kind of maybe slow down Oregon State defensively?
Yeah, I think that's been a season-long thing of just lowering opponents' hitting percentage, and that starts with our serve, getting them out of system, trying to limit how much the middles can be involved in allowing our blockers to read the situation a little bit better. So continuing to put service pressure on teams is going to be huge. And from there, we've been working a lot on block lineup, and our defense swarming to the ball a little bit more. Early in the season, we get some first touches, and unfortunately let some balls fall. So just everybody swarming to the ball. Okay, get that first touch, get the second touch, see what happens, keep it alive, make them earn the point on them. So yeah, it's been a focus for us for a long time now.
And of course, going back to that Pacific game there at the moment, 1-8 in conference. How do you maybe keep the team from turning that into a trap game, going from that game and then to Oregon State?
Yeah, I mean, everybody in the WCC is capable, and I think our team is very aware of that. And they were last year too. Like, everybody can beat everybody. The odds might not be there, but everybody can beat everybody. And just look back a match, and Pacific took a set off of Pepperdine, which we weren't able to do when we played down at Pep. So I think we're pretty darn engaged, and focused on what needs to be happening on Thursday.
All right, great. Yep, team's back home Thursday against Pacific. Bowler will be themed out at Friends Night, themed out with the 90s sitcom, and then teams on the road at Oregon State Sunday at 1. So come out to Bowler. It's Thursday. Thanks, Coach.
All right, go Cougs.